13 years, and that we are worried that this case may be a precedent for other Jamaicans, poor Jamaicans, who may now have themselves subjected to a system where you can be in custody for 13 years.
What up? It's boy CM Entertainment with the latest news and reviews like all the time, every second, every minute, every hour, every day. So as I said the title, as I said the thumbnail, I know we're heading out with this one and what's on the news menu. Before we get to that, remember like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. Now back to what's on the news menu. Yes, as I know, it's the Vybz Kartel retrial hearing, and we have where the judge is lashing Vybz Kartel lawyers for their remarks in the case. Also, Vybz Kartel stated in court that he has 17 people depending on him, and with a retrial that will hamper his ability to provide. Also, the presiding judges question the constitutional breach on Vybz Kartel and his co-accused end where their constitutional rights has been breached. Also, we have Navar Mohamed and son Azurdin Yazime being sanctioned also by the US government in corrupted schemes. So now back to Vybz Kartel. Let's get into Vybz Kartel story. Defense attorney John Clark on Tuesday described the technological evidence against entertainer Vybz Kartel and his co-accused as very important and said if the appeal court reject the defense argument that it would not be in the interest of justice to order a retrial of the men. I have to consider the evidence against each appellant individually since the case against each of them might ultimately lead to different conclusion. So that's what was said about that. And as you know, the Privy Council quashed the case earlier in the year. On Tuesday, Clark addressing the appeal court panel comprising of Justice Marva, McDonnell, Bishop Parlett Williams, and David Fraser said, "We will try to point the court directly where in material evidence there is the statement from the accused men and importantly what the sole witness had said in retaliation to each of the accused men. We made the point that each of the cases for the accused men need to be considered individually in making the determination whether or not a retrial should be ordered in relation to each of them, because the case against them may ultimately lead to different conclusion." So basically, they want each of the individual men cases to be heard individually. So in this case, probably few of them go retrial, all of them go retrial, or none of them go retrial. Them just don't want them to bungle it up. So that are where them are set in the court right now. On the indictment, the men are accused of committing a crime on August 16, 2011 and taken into custody September the 30th, 2011, said attorney noted. According, hear what the judge had to say. Justice Marva McDonnell Bishop questioned the necessity of the retrial, noting that the apex court already found constitutional breach. "Why are we here?" McDonnell Bishop inquired. "What remedy do you give those people if their constitutional rights have been breached twice?" She continued. McDonnell Bishop noted that the Crown will have to explain to the court why, in the light of the two breaches, there should be a retrial. Kartel, Sean Storm Campbell, Kyra Jones, and Andre St. John were charged with September 2011 murder of Clive Lizard Williams. The Court of Appeal upheld their conviction in 2020. However, on March 14, 2024, the United Kingdom-based Privy Council, Jamaica Final Court of Appeal, overturned their conviction on the grounds of jury misconduct. So basically, the judge is asking the prosecution, why should we allow a retrial even after two breaches of the Constitution alright of these men, Vybz Kartel, Kyra, Madsus, and also Sean Storm. So the prosecution is now going to have to provide them with that answer today. As you're listening to this, yes, a court is in session today for this is the third day of the hearing. So we will know what the prosecution response will be.
The Department of the Treasury Office of Foreign Assets Control in the United States today announced sanctions on 3 Guyanese, Nazar and Azruddin Mohamed, members of the wealthiest families.
The United States government to sanction Nazar Mohamed and his son Azruddin are partners in a lucrative venture to build Exxon a shore base in Guyana for its massive offshore oil operation. They are also facing a criminal investigation and possible U.S. sanction. The U.S. government official repeatedly warned ExxonMobil to avoid doing business with the 2 mining magnates in Guyana, who faces a U.S. investigation on suspicion of money laundering, drug trafficking, and gold smuggling, according to 5 people with the knowledge of the matter and 2 intelligence reports seen by Reuters. The Texas-based oil giants ignored the advice which was delivered during meeting in late 2021 and early 2022 and cut a deal to build a $300 million offshore logistic base with the consortium that included 2 Guyanese businessmen, Nazar Mohamed and his son Azruddin. Exxon announced the contract award in April 2022. The Mohamed have close tie with Guyana presidents and some cabinet members, according to one of the U.S. intelligence report and 3 sources with knowledge of their relationships. The government controlled access to vast and newly discovered oil reserve of the South American nation's coast. The Mohamed, owner of the Mohamed enterprise, had mostly focused on gold mining and foreign currency. So as y'all hear that, people, the Mohamed is being investigated for and possible sanctions looms over their head. So basically the American government as watching, father and son them corrupt, them a smuggle gold and them a money laundry. If you are not familiar with the Mohameds, they are one of the richest families in Guyana. Just like how you'd have like a Matalan family in Jamaica, it's the same as in Guyana, where the Mohamed is one of the most richest family and one of the most influential families in Guyana. Also, a lot of dancehall fans would have known the son. He is one of the biggest party promoter in the Caribbean. Whenever you hear dancehall artists going to Guyana, that show that Skeng was on, that a lot of Khan beat off on, yes, it was his stage show. That show that Massacre went on with Joshi down in Guyana, yes, that's also his stage show. He's one of the most profound promoter throughout the entire Caribbean. He keep massive stage shows and stuff. So I guess a lot of people would say that is money laundering. I don't know, I am not saying that, but that's what he's been investigated for. But watching the people, remember, like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications.